Okay, in our last class, I think we are looking at digital marketing terms, right?
Hold on for me 1 minute, please. Please. Let me unmute on my phones and tell them I'm in a class.
All right, no problem. Pisana.
I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, today is not my off day at work, so I just had to take the time off. Yeah, so I just put my phones on silent. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So, we're able to look at buyer personnel, and we're also able to look at keyword research. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's where we stopped.
That's where we stopped, yeah.
Exactly. So today we are going to continue with sales funnel. So I'm going to open my whiteboard. So today we'll be looking at sales funnel. Sales funnel. You see that sales funnel is the process which prospect, let me use the word prospect pass through before making a purchase. That is a sales funnel, the process through which prospect pass through before making a purchase.
Okay.
Are we together? Now,
yes, we are.
Exactly. So, sales funnel. Sorry. There is no generally acceptable sales funnel that is all encompassing. Now, what this simply means is that there's no general rule here, all right, that everybody must follow when it comes to designing your sales funnel, right? Because there are a lot of factors that influences the way you go about designing your sales funnel. Now, number one factor that could influence it is the platform you're using to promote your products. Then secondly, the kind of products you're trying to promote. All these things are going to determine how you design your sales funnel as a marketer. So that is what I mean, that there is no generally acceptable sales funnel that is all encompassing, right?
Yeah.
So it all depends on the platform you want to promote your products and the nature of the products that you're promoting. And this is an example. An example is this. The sales funnel for a real estate company will never be the same with what? With the sales funnel for someone that is selling supplement, for instance. Now, if you're into supplement, of course, the sales funnel should be very short and direct. But if you're into real estate, it's going to take a whole lot of process. And the reason is because real estate is a high ticket sales, and it's not something that you just jump into immediately. All right, because there's a lot of things that involve. You need to find out more information about the ownership of the property and the genuinity of it and all that. And it takes time. Also need to involve a legal advisor, you know. So, but in supplement, I don't need anybody to advise me. Once I see a supplement and I'm convinced it can actually handle my health challenges, I can quickly go for it immediately. I don't need to think about it. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, understand.
All right, so that's actually what I mean, that I'm just trying to explain that point that it's not generally acceptable. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me also make mention of this. It also depends on platforms. Depends on platform in the sense that, you see, when it comes to sales funnel for social media marketing, if I'm marketing on social media, number one, I might either go direct, leading them to my sales page, or I might need to lead them to my squeeze page. There are two different things. When we get to landing page, I'll be able to explain this, their differences. But what I'm trying to say, the squeeze page is meant for capturing of email address, the contact of your prospects. You want to use it and capture leads. Meanwhile, the sales page, you actually want them to what? To make purchase straight away. That is the sales page. Now, the one you end up using determines also, the platform is also determined by the platform you're trying to market.
Yeah.
That is why when you come to Facebook, you see a lot of people trying to gather lead first, then nurture the lead, and eventually redirect them to make purchase. But when it comes to Google search ad, you don't need anybody's email address. Just lead them straight to the words, to the sales page, and for them to make purchase. Because if I come to Google and I'm trying to search for a particular thing, and instead of you giving me what I'm searching for, you're just asking for my email, I will hit the back button. So that is what I mean, that it depends on the platform. All right. So sales funnel is very, very important. Now, like I said, there is no general rule. Sometimes you can have a sales funnel, like what implies, as the word implies, it says funnel looks like a funnel. Below is an example. Now, this is an example of a sales funnel. It is called a funnel because it looks like a funnel. And let me do a little drawing here. Let me do a little drawing. Okay. Now, whatever becomes or whatever appears here depends on the way you design your sales funnel. Like I say, it varies from products to products and also varies from platform to platform. Now, this is an example of sales funnel. Now, with this, what you have here, this is the squeeze page. We have a squeeze page here. After that, we redirect them to sales page. Sales page. after sales page, we have the thank you page. Sorry. And finally, after the thank you page, then we can have a remarketing here. Sorry, the word is going to be longer than the size of the funnel. Now, what I'm trying to say here now, I have designed a pro. This is a part. This is a sales page. This is a sales funnel rather. Now, when I'm running an ad, I want to direct people to a squeeze page. This is the squeeze page where I have a lot of people coming in to opt in for my email contact, email form. Now, when I get the email, automatically I will redirect them to the sales page. Then when they finally make purchase, I will redirect them to the what? To the thank you page. Then after the thank you page, I will now follow up by what? Remarketing. Okay, that is this remarketing has to do with the upselling. Perhaps I have other products that I know they will need for having used this particular product. I know the next thing you will need will be this particular product. So I start marketing that product to you. Now this is a sales funnel. Then another sales funnel could be this way. Like I said, there is no general rule here. It all depends on you. But one thing you should take note of is that the longer your sales funnel, the lesser the rate of conversion. The longer the sales funnel, the lesser the rate of conversion. Now,
what does that mean?
You said what?
What does that mean?
Okay, what I mean is that, you see, when your sales funnel is too long, like this one now, you see, is long. But let me create I'm creating another sales funnel that is short. Now, this one leads you straight to the what? To the sales page. And from the sales page, when you read or ask you, do you want to make an order? It leads you to the what? Order page. Where you place an order, or payment state, or payment page, where you make payment. Then after that, it leads you to what? Thank you page. So if you discover now, we have only three words, only three funnels here, only three funnels here. This one is the sales page. Let me write. Only three stages here. This is sales page. And this is order page. And this is what?
Say thank you.
Thank you page. You see, this is shorter, right?
Yeah.
Now, and we can still make it more shorter. Now, this is what I can do. And I will tell you the products that are suitable for each of these. Different categories of products that are suitable for each of them. This is another sales funnel that I'm drawing. Now, it's only two. Here now, sales / order page combined. So you don't need to start clicking another page to place order. Once you're done with that, the next page that comes up
is thank you
page. Now, these are different sales funnel. Now, what I mean by the longer your sales funnel process, the lesser the conversion rates. Now, just imagine for me to get to thank you page here, I need to first of all enter this number 1, 2 before I get there, which is 3, right?
Yeah.
Now, before I get to here, I need to, this is sales page, no squeeze page. I enter other page. Sorry, I think there's something I omitted here. I omitted a step here. I omitted something here. This is sales page, thank you page. There's supposed to be other page here.
Okay.
Yes, I'm supposed to add an other page after the sales page. There should be an other page. So which makes it longer. Let me try to adjust it so that we can have we can accommodate all of them. Let me move this bit. So let me just write this is an order page.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm just trying to say, you pass through how many pages will you pass through before you finally come to this thank you page? This thank you page indicates that you have successfully what? You have successfully placed an order, or you have successfully made a sales. As a marketer, you successfully made a sale. So anytime you check your traffic stat and you see there's a traffic on this thank you page, it simply means what? There was a sale.
Yeah.
Now, if you're using this funnel, the process will be long. The person will first of all opt in for the email address. Now, before the person will be redirected to the sales page, that is 2. Then 3, before the person will now decide to order and click and it will now direct him to order page. Then when the person finally order, before it now comes to what? Thank you page. So that's about 4 different processes. Now this one is just 3. Sales page, order page, then thank you page. There is no room here for what? No room here for squeeze page. And then this one is even shorter. Just sales page and order page are together, and then it moves you straight to what? The thank you page. Now, this is actually what I mean that is shorter. You see, this one is shorter. And because this is shorter, it will have more conversion rates than this. And this one will have more conversion rates than this. And the reason is simple. When you make the process longer, most people get discouraged along the line.
Yeah.
And they won't convert. In fact, this is sufficient enough to pull people away, especially if you don't have a strong lead magnet. We don't have, what I mean by lead magnet is something valuable you want to give them in exchange for their email. If you don't have something valuable, most people will what? We just opt out from this point without even visiting your sales page. All together.
Yes, we are.
So that is what we mean. So this is an example of sales page. So now how you go about it determines or depends on the product you're selling. Now, if I'm selling a product, let me show you a practical example. I'm going to take you to Google, and I'm going to show you a practical example of this shortest one, this particular one here.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go to Google. Okay, here we are. Now, I'm going to type a keyword. And the keyword I want to type, we're going to see what actually they have in store. Let me type a cataract cure. Or let me use the word treatment. Cataract treatment. Now I see some people running ad here, right? This is ad. Way out store. I'm going to click on it. It's opening here. Now this is the sales page. We scroll down. This is a typical example of a sales page. This is a sales page. They are not asking for any email address. And they didn't ask you click to order. This is actually what? This is where this it says the order page is also here. This is order form. So once you fill the order form, then you will not get a notification, a thank you page. Simple as that. Now, because this is direct, you're not asking them to click here to order or begin to ask for email address. So this has high rate of conversion. When the person is convinced reading your article, the person is most likely to convert. To buy, exactly. So that is actually, this is an example of the shorter one I showed you about, or the shorter sales page I showed you about. Then I will show you another one that you have to click. You have to click to what? And it's example of a typical example might be something like this. Let me go back to Google. This is Google. Let me try to search for e-commerce. Let me search for a website. No. Okay, let me see if this website is gonna open up. Okay, it opened up. So let me search for this particular product. Andrea Hair Growth Oil. Okay. I'm trying to get to that same website from Google here. Okay, this is the website, comeshoponline.com.ag. Now I click on it. Now, this is the sales page. This is the sales page. Okay. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, when you check this sales page, there is no order form here. And there is no add to cart or something. This is simply, they say click here to what? To order. The products. Now, once I click here, it moves me to the what?
To the order page.
The order form. Can you not see? So this particular one is a perfect example of this this one here in the middle. Sales page, order page, and then thank you page. All right. So then when you now come to a squeeze page, sorry, this is a particular one. Now, this one is asking you email address first before moving you to the sales page, then order page, and then thank you. Now, let me see if I can see if there is an example here on Google, because most of the times where you find most of this is on social media platforms. social media platform, but let me check. There's one advertiser that usually asks for email address before leading you to her final sales page. Okay, so I think let me just see. Okay, let me see. Let me take a look. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see this one. Now look at this. This particular person wants to capture your email address. All right. At the same time, now this is actually the position where they're asking for your email. You enter your name, phone number, email address. Can you see? Then when you finally do that, it will still lead you to their sales page. Then from the sales page, it will lead you to the payment what? To the payment page. Then from the payment page, it will lead you to what? To the thank you page. So now, the problem with this method is that the process is too long. It's too long. Unless you have a strong lead magnet. What I mean by lead magnet is something that is valuable, that will motivate the prospect to release their contact details to you. If you don't have something valuable to give them, they will never drop their email. They will leave. So that is what I'm trying to say. Are we together? Hello? Sorry, excuse me, ma'am. Just a minute. Excuse me. Sorry, just a minute. Hello? Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
So, that is you just got the explanation of this, what I tried to explain here.
Yeah, I'm fine with, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so can we move to the next?
Sure.
All right. Hello, yeah. Sorry, ma.
It's okay, no problem.
So sorry about that, sir. Okay, so the next item we have here is landing page. All right, so let's quickly go into landing page. Okay, try to capture it.
Yeah, I've been trying
have you done
to
that?
capture. No.
Okay, should I move the white? Should I bring it to the whiteboard?
No, don't worry. I'm gonna get it. Oh yeah, I got it. Thank you.
All right, all right.
Thank you.
So I'm opening a new whiteboard.
Uh-huh.
So now we want to look at landing page. Now we said that landing page is a web page designed with the motive of making web visitors to take a particular action. So we said that landing page is a web page designed with the motive of making web visitors to take a particular action. Now, this action or such action could be to release their contact details, comma, make a purchase, etc. So that is what such action could be. Now we have different types of landing page. We have types of landing page. Let's look at the types of landing page. Types of landing page. Number one on the list, we have squeeze page. Number two, we have product detail page. And number three, we have sales page. Now, these are the three different types of landing pages that we have. Now, we're going to take a look at them one after the other, and then we see which one is more appropriate for you to use and when. Now, let's take a look at them one after the other. The first one we'll be considering is squeeze page. A squeeze page is a type of landing page designed with the intention, of let me demarcate this line. Okay. With the intention of getting the contact details of a prospect. Such contact details could be phone number, email address, etc. Now, that is what we mean by squeeze page.
Squeeze page, yeah.
Is that?
Squeeze landing page, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's actually what we mean by that. Now, the intention here is to capture somebody's what? Somebody's email address. All right. There's something you need to know about this. As a matter of rule, squeeze pages are very short, just like the name implies. So they are very short, very short. That's one thing about squeeze page, very short. So now let's look at some of the building blocks or the elements of a squeeze page or components of a squeeze page. So let's look at the components of a squeeze page. Components of a squeeze page. Number one is title. A very compelling title. Number two, brief benefits, or you can say lead magnets. Then number three, you have the opt-in form. And then number four, you have the submission button. Now, these are the building blocks. Now, the first one is that you must have a title, right? A compelling title that will capture people's attention, that will actually instigate an interest in them. Then after that, you need to give a brief benefit. Why should they enter their email? That is where the lead magnet is. You need to like mention this is actually what you want to give them in return for their email. All right, this is done in disguise. You know, it's not something you come explicitly and say, hey, give me your email and I will give you this. No, all right, it's not done that way. Everything is implicit. In fact, then they don't even know that your intention is to capture their email. And the way to go about them is perhaps I will run an ad now. I can say, hey, are you running ad without making a sales? Have you been running ads and you're getting traffic, yet no sales? Here is the solution. I have created a free course that will show you why you are not making sales as you ought to, and practical steps that you need to take to boost your sales instantly. Sign up now to grab an instant access to this course. So they will just look at this as normal signing up of a thing now. When you sign up, they enter their email, and then after entering their email, you now redirect them to the free course. Now, when they start taking the free course, as they keep taking the free course, now the free course is just going to be an appetizer. An appetizer letting them know, hey, here is the reason why you're not making sales. And this is what you need to do. You need to do this, you need to do that. But you don't have the skill to do that. That is where your sales, the premium version of your course comes in. That's why you need to let them know there is a course I've created that contains the practical of everything I've said here. And it's also amount, you know. So that is the process. What I'm just saying is that you must have a very good lead magnet that will make them to opt in, and it must be done implicitly. Is that okay, ma'am?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Then, of course, there should be an opt-in form where they will enter their email. And after entering their email, then you have a what? A submission button. And once they click on it, it leads them to what? It grants them access to that particular stuff that you're selling.
Yeah.
Promise to give them. So that is about squeeze page. All together, man.
Yeah, we are.
All right, so we're moving to the next one.
Product detail page, right?
Yeah, product detail page. But I think I'm supposed to see if I can show you an example of this. Let me check if there's a website I can show you so that you have an so that you can have an idea of what I'm actually trying to talk about. I've seen it, Lucky. Check your WhatsApp. Okay, now this would have been a good example of a squeeze page. But why it does not make a squeeze page is because it's long. Now a squeeze page, had it been it ended here, it would have been a good example of a squeeze page, even though there are so much text here. All these text now, there are so much. You don't need all these things for a squeeze page. It's just direct. All right, the title, and then a bullet highlighting the benefit of that stuff you want to give them, or the course, or whatever it might be, highlighting the benefit and features, and then you have form and then submission button. Simple as that. But this one now cannot be said to be a squeeze page because after this, you still have this where they say this is actually a sales page. You can see it's much, right?
Yeah.
So that is it. So now let's go back to product detail page. Let's see what we have on product detail page. This is product detail page. That's the next one we are looking at, product detail page. So, so this is product detail page. A product detail page is a web page.
Right.
Sorry. Let me demarcate this line so that I can continue on the other line. The other line. Okay, be going to Surulere. Be going to Surulere. Okay, so this is it's a product detail page. It's a web page that describes the features, price, size, etc. And other details about a
Specific
particular
product, right?
product.
Product.
Yes. Products, a typical example of a product detail page is the e-commerce product detail page. Okay, so now we are going to look at example. I'm going to show you a typical example, but before that, okay, let me show you an example of a product detail page. Excuse me. Hello? Yeah. They're going to Sulero. I will send it before you get there. They're going to Sulero. Nikoyi. You've delivered to the woman before. I will send you the number. I will send you the number. Right. Sorry, Ma, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So let me go to this e-commerce website. Let me just visit. Let me just say shoes. Let me just type shoes. Okay. I'm sure you're familiar with Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let's make use of that. All right. These are shoes in Amazon. Okay. So if I want to check a particular shoe, I think these are product categories. These are particular categories. Let me just check a particular shoe. Okay, like this particular one now. These are featured these. All right, this is a typical example of a product detail page. It's a typical example because when you check, you will see here is the pictures of the product, right? When you move your mouse over, it's what? It expands it so that you can see clearly. And there are different pictures available. You see this small grid here. Once you click
No, I'm not seeing your page, you know.
Oh,
right?
sorry about that.
It's
You're
okay.
Right. Sorry about that. Okay, can you see now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is an Amazon. This is Amazon. So I clicked on this is a typical example of product detail page. Here is the picture of the product, right? Now, for you to see different side of the product and different pictures of the product available, you click on any of them to display. So you can point your cursor and to expand it. All right. You can move to the next one again. And to show the other side, this is the back. So you can move your cursor where you want clearly. All right. So
yeah,
these actually pictures of the product. Then here you have the title of the product. And then here you have what? You have what we call the size. Okay. And then there's color. All right.
Colors.
And apart from that, you also have description, detailed description of the product. Let me check. It should be available here on Amazon. Let me check. Okay. Of course, there is customers review. As you can see, these are customers review, what people that have bought the product are saying. Now, this is the product description, right?
Yeah.
You see the dimensions and others. So now this is an example of a product detail page, right? Like I say, it's associated with e-commerce websites. Okay. Now, let's look at some of the, we have already seen some of the features, all right? But one thing about this product detail page, one thing about the product detail page you just checked is something that has to do with what? You see, this is a variable product. This is a variable product. Why is it a variable product? A variable product is a product that has variation. The variation could be in size or in color. Now, this is a variable product because there is a size. We can select a particular one that we want. If you're using size 12, you can select size 12. And you can also select color. These are different colors available. Right? The one we'll be viewing here, I think, is brown. I can actually see this one. Okay, see the color. All right. So there is also black. This is black. Okay, so you can actually select colors. I think there is this one also is also nice. So now these are different colors of the what of the product. That's why we call them variable product, because they have what? They have variations. But a product like supplement is not a variable product. A product like the one you told me about, the serum that has to do with anti-aging, is not a variable product because it is not like what size are you using? No. Maybe what color do you want? No. All right. So this is not those ones are not variable products. Then one thing I need to mention about variable products, I don't know about there, but here, over here, the problem with variable products is that there's a lot of return. We have massive rate of return. In fact, variable product has the highest rate of return, most especially fashion. Fashion is all about variable products. So they have the highest number of return because sometimes when the customer receives the product, they discover that this thing didn't size me. It's not my size. I thought it was more brighter. I didn't know that the color is this dull. You know, stuff like that. And so you keep having returns and all that. So it's common. So that's why that's actually what scares people away from going into this. But if you can handle that, it's a good deal. So that is a product, that is a variable product. Then we have simple products. Simple products, there is no variation, no size, no color. That single product is suitable for all the people. So that is it. Then this now brings us to the last type of landing page, which is
sales page.
Which is sales page. Okay, so I'll open a new tab for it. Sales page. A sales page is a type of landing page with the motive of persuading prospects to make purchases. All right, that's only by a sales page. The type of landing page with the motive of persuading prospects to make purchases. Now you might look at it, is it not the same with product detail page? No, they are not the same. Now in product detail page, there is no form of persuasion there. It's just we describe the product the way it is. It's social size, this is the picture, this is the color, and these are the dimensions, this is the brand and all that. There's no intention to persuade anybody. All right, but when it comes to sales page, you must employ what we call, in fact, it's all about copywriting. Let me say, in other words, sales page is all about copywriting. Now, by copywriting, we mean the use of words. The use of words, logic, psychology. These are words: logic, psychology, and other emotional triggers to persuade prospects to buy. All right. Are we together?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let me give you a practical example of a sales pitch. Okay, this is a part I'm going to take it to Google and I will show you a practical example of a sales pitch. Now, let's go to Google. I'm going to open a new tab and I'm going to type how to whiten teeth. Let me see.
Excuse me, please.
All right.
Hello?
Hello, how much you do for the bundle?
What do you mean?
The bundle, like the phone.
Yes, sorry.
No problem.
I'm calling from work.
Okay. They are really missing you from work.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yes.
So, okay. I'm trying to show you a perfect example of a copywriting, and I want it to relate to you as I'm trying to see if I can see something, any ad that has to do with America or something. Let's see. Okay, let me
Yeah,
just.
this is the US. Yeah,
Okay.
that's US.
Okay, this is yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the problem is that this is not a sales page. You know, this is a typical e-commerce. If we click on each one of them,
Okay.
it's a normal product detail page.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a normal product detail page. So there is no copywriting here, no, and no. There is no attempt to try to persuade anybody here. All right,
Yeah.
so it's just a straight. Okay, let me look for another thing that is common. Let me go to another industry. Let me see. Let me type for instance, now take a look at this. This hepatitis B treatment, though most of them are Nigeria here. Okay, but when you read them, you will see that there's this intention to try to persuade. Exactly, you see a lot of testimonies. There are testimonies everywhere. You have testimonies. You have so you have a lot of stories and all that. So this is an example of a sales pitch because it is all about copywriting. Now you might ask, what is this thing about copywriting that makes it so convincing? Now we are going to look at the different building blocks or the element of a copywriting that makes copywriting so powerful. That makes it so powerful. Now, let me take a look at, let's go back to the whiteboard. Let's go to the whiteboard. Okay, so like we say here, it's all about copywriting. So let's now look at some of the building blocks of a copywriting, though it's going to be a module under this course. It's a module entirely, but we can just give a brief component so that you see what makes copywriting as very effective and persuasive as it is portrayed. Components of copywriting. Number one is we have a very interest attention grabbing heading. Attention grabbing headline. That's number one. Then number two. Now, you see, the way, if you check product detail page, you discover that they just list the name of the product.
Yeah.
They just mention the name of the product. That's one thing. But you see, when it comes to copywriting, they don't just list the name of the product. Now, if the product, like the one we saw, is all about teeth whitening, you're going to see headlines like, how I whitened my teeth in 2 days. Stuff like that. How, that's for teeth. Then you begin to, if it's all about health products, maybe like somebody with cataract or glaucoma, you begin to see how a 70-year-old man got cured of glaucoma after several years of trying different products without avail. You know, these are the kinds, that's the kind of title, something that will actually grab people's attention. But you can't find that in product detail. Product detail just goes straight to the name of the product. So that is number one area of difference. Then secondly, we have what we call, when it comes to copywriting, we have what we call we have bullets. We have offer rather. Offer. Now, offer is that, you know, this copywriting is designed in such a way that they want you to read the whole thing from beginning to the end. All right. And the intention is that after reading the copywriting, you're going to have a rethink. In fact, the essence of copywriting is actually format. Let me use the word format, pardon me. To format your mindset and install a new mindset in you that can actually propel you to action. And that is actually the reason why over here in Nigeria, you see, when somebody places an order here in Nigeria, if you don't deliver on time, you know, that order is likely to bounce, it's likely to be cancelled. Because at the point of reading your message, they are highly motivated. The words are powerful. So they are ready to take action immediately. If you don't go and deliver immediately after some days, they begin to have a rethink. And you might have a cancelled what? You have a cancelled order. Exactly. So that's why if somebody orders now, like yesterday, somebody ordered for a product, that was around 8 p.m. Around 8:30 p.m. I have to call my delivery guy immediately. He came and delivered that product. My delivery guy returned back around 10. If that guy had not done that, if he sleeps over that stuff and wake up, his eyes might be clear. So the psychology, whatever he read, was motivation has a short lifespan. So why they are really motivated to take action, deliver on time before they get discouraged. So that is the key here. So now we have to offer. For me to capture you to read this thing, I'll tell you, if you can spare me some minutes of your time, maybe if you can spare me 10 or 15 minutes, I will show you how you can come out of your problem. It's a promise. Do we have a deal? If it's a deal, keep reading. That is the offer you are giving the person. And I will show you exactly that same product that this man used that made him free from this problem. That is offer. That's actually what motivated them. Okay, let me read, let me see. That's offer. Then number 3, is what we call credibility. Let me create something here. Let me draw a line here. Okay. So number three, we have credibility. Right? Now,
Yeah.
what is this thing about you? Why must this person listen to you? Why should they listen to you? Okay, this is where you need to give them, you need to actually let them who you are, why you are the best person to talk to them. Maybe if you're selling a hair product, you can let them know, hey, why am I qualified to take it? Because I've gone through this process.
Yeah.
Gone through this. This is actually what I passed through. Or perhaps because I'm a medical doctor, I've handled cases like this, just to give them credibility. All right. And that is where sometimes you see story comes up. All right. People begin to narrate their own personal story. How I was battling. I was once in your shoe. I used to have eye itches, blah, 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 until I went to the hospital and they said I had so, and blah, blah, blah. I've tried different products, no way, until I finally got this particular one that changed the whole story. That is credibility. Okay, fine. You've been through what I've been through. That means you're in the right position to actually talk to me. That's credibility. Then after credibility, then we need to highlight, we need the bullets. Now, bullet is a highlight of the benefits that they intend to gain from using that particular product. All right, what they stand to gain, what that product is going to do for them. Okay, the benefits of the product, what it will do for them. All right. Then after that, we have number 5. We have what we call, you need to actually let them know, we need to create a, we have what we call value justification. Value justification. All right. Now, this value justification has to do with price. In product detail page, you just put the price there, right?
Yeah.
And when it comes to copyright, you don't just give them this is the amount. No. All right. Now, this is the way to go about it. For instance, because once you have taken this in, the next thing that will be in their mind is how much. So you now ask them, okay, I know by now you'll be wondering, how much is this product? Well, let me reply by asking you, how much is your health worth to you? Wouldn't it be fair if I charge you $1,000 and you become totally free from eye problem? You no longer visit the hospital for medical checkup. You no longer do this and all that. Of course, it will be a fair deal, but I'm not going to charge you anything close to that. That is it. So you not tell them, if you can order now, I'm going to give you, instead of $1,000, you're going to get this for a discounted price of just $50. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So the best, wow. So 50. So that is the value justification.
Yep.
So we don't just talk about price and say this is the amount. First, let them know the value, but I'm not giving you at that value. It's totally discounted. Then after that, you need to employ what we call scarcity. That's where we begin to create the scarcity mentality in them, because if they know that this thing is still in stock, it's still going to be in stock, they will procrastinate. So this is where you deal with procrastination. You let them know that, hey, this product is already, maybe perhaps I had about 500 copies or bottles of this particular product, but so far we only have 75 left, and I can't guarantee you can get this product by tomorrow. It's just, you just need to create this scarcity mentality in them, and to make them want to buy fast. Or another way you can create scarcity mentality is by trying to, if you wanted to take action fast, it's trying to maybe give them a special bonus again from that $50. You can still let them know, okay, but if you can order, if you place order before the countdown timer elapses, which is, let's say, maybe 24 hours. If you can place the order within that 24 hours, then you're going to get it at this special price. Instead of $50, you now slash it to $35.
Mhm.
And we know that the product, the worth of the product is even way less than the $35.
Mhm.
I'm just giving you a particular example, a hypothetical example rather.
Yeah.
So now, that is the scarcity mentality. Then the next thing you need to also handle is what? Is objection. You know, but before objection, let me talk about testimonials. You see, sorry, I don't know. There's this quote that says, unless they see signs, they won't believe. Unless they see signs, they won't believe. So that's actually one of the things about these customers you are dealing with. Okay, they want to be sure that this thing can actually do what you promised that it will do. And the way to go about this is by giving them testimonies.
Testimonies.
Yes, they want to see testimonies and reviews. All right. And one of the most converting format of testimonies is video. Video testimony is powerful. If you have video testimonies and people are coming, telling, sharing their experience of how this product has helped them and the value and benefit they have derived from using such products, it goes a long way in convincing them to buy. Okay, so that is testimonials. The more you have, the more you are likely to convert. In fact, testimonials should be placed strategically at every point. You see, it's all about making a claims. We make claims in copywriting, but what makes it more valid is you backing up those claims with testimonies.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then after that, there will be objection. You need to handle their objection. Objections. Objection is that what could be a barrier? What could stop them from buying these products? Maybe they are skeptical in most cases. So this is where you begin to handle their skepticism. Or what you think could be, maybe your competition. Maybe some people are selling below you. So this is actually where you handle all their objections. All right. Then after that, we have another one which has to do with what? With call to action. Which is what? For them to buy. Okay. So if you look at all these things, all these components, you can't find them in normal product detail page. You can't find it in normal product detail page. But this is what sales page is all about. Heavy copywriting. Are we together?
Yeah. Yes, we
Now,
together.
You said?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Everything okay.
Okay, so now we have looked at the 3 different types of landing page. Now, let me ask you a question. To you, which one do you think is better?
I'll go with number 2, product detail page.
Product detail page, okay. All right, give me your reasons.
Because it's straightforward. I don't have to do too much. I don't have to preach too much.
Okay.
You're just there, you're on your own. I don't need reviews and all that, but I don't need people. I don't need to look for testimonies and all that stuff. You have everything, the right description, the product is described properly. So you just go there, and if you want to buy it, it's okay,
All right.
And secondly, you're always going to sell because it's definitely going to be for a wider audience. So you're going to sell.
Okay. All right. I will agree with you, and at the same time, I will disagree. You know why?
No.
Yes, you see over there, the truth is that product detail page is going to make a whole lot of sense, right? Because there's a high, let me say, you don't have much trust issues over there as we have here, okay?
Yeah.
That's why over there, somebody can just stumble on a website and then you make payment straight ahead.
Yeah.
All right? Place order by making payment straight ahead. And of course, you expect your delivery, which will be done. Okay. But here, the reverse is the case. And that is why even the giants, even the big e-commerce brands here, they are still doing payment on delivery because of these trust issues. All right. So you see, the psyche of Nigerians is not the same with that of the people in US. All right. That of the people in US, there is a, let me say there's a moderate sense of sincerity.
Yeah.
Among the people, okay? So that's why product detail page, we go the way it is. But here in Nigeria, you don't have such. As a matter of fact, everybody here is a suspect.
That's true.
You understand? Right. So that if you just put a product detail page, you might not do sales unless it is a known product. If it's a product that is already known, you don't have issues with that. You go for product detail page. It's perfect. All right. But if it is not, it's a new product. For instance, now, let me give you a particular example. Let me go to Google and show you something. This is, let me just go to Google. All right. Now, one of the major problems we have here is fibroid. Okay, that's the problem. It's one of the major problems among women, especially here in Nigeria. I don't know about other countries. So you have cases of fibroid and infertility. Now let's look at fibroid treatments. Okay, you see a lot of people running hard. Many people are running hard like crazy. Okay, now if you open this now and you try to read what they're saying, it's opening. Now, you see exactly what I'm trying to tell you. You see the title here? I will show you this Ultimate Fibroid Shrinker Package that helps me shrink and eliminate my 12-year-old fibroid that looked like a 6-month-old pregnancy within the space of 2 months without any form of surgery. You see how bogus the claim is. Now, before I reveal the full details of this Ultimate Fibroid Shrinker Package, just allow me to tell you my own story. That is where the credibility comes in. You see? Now, if you don't do this in Nigeria,
you're not going to sell.
You won't sell. Because this person that is coming to search for fibroid treatment is not aware of any product in mind. He's not aware of any product. He's not coming to search with any particular product. Now, when the person read, before, by the time you sit down and read this lengthy sales page from beginning to the end, you are likely to convert.
To buy. Yeah.
To buy. Do you understand? Yeah. Now your competitors are using sales page to sell. Now you want to create just straightforward product description that they are not aware of. They won't. So that is Nigerian mentality. They will not. You understand me? They will not, because they are not aware. If it's a product they are fully aware of, for instance, if I go to Google now and type a particular product, this product I want to type now is a product that is highly effective for ulcer. Now I type GI Vital Soft Gel. Now, if you check, this is an e-commerce. This is e-commerce website. It contains, okay, there is no item here. Let me check this particular one. Okay, this is still loading. While it's loading, let me open another one. Let me open another one. Okay, now it has opened. This is a product detail page, right? You can see this is a product detail page. Even though this person tried to go, you see, this is a product detail page. This is a perfect e-commerce. But did you notice something? This person is going as high as trying to what? Upload testimonials. You can see read testimonies of Norland GI Vital Subject. That's to let you know the level or what is obtainable here in Nigeria. Do you understand? Now this person is open. This is a WhatsApp conversation on WhatsApp that serves as a testimony. You see, so that is the level of our trust issues here in Nigeria. Okay, so but people are likely to buy this because they are already aware of the products. Okay, so the only thing that would discourage them from buying from this person is maybe price.
Yes.
Because they actually, for them to go and type the name of the product on Google, they're already aware of it. But somebody searching for fibroid treatment or ulcer cure, the person is not aware of any particular product. You just want to find out which product can actually help my situation. You get my point? So at that point,
so whoever is able to convince the
exactly
person,
whoever has the highest, the most convincing copywriting gets you get it. That is it. You see, so that is actually why I said I agree and I disagree. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's product that is known, use a product detail page. But if it's something that the person is not aware of the existence, go for copywriting. Okay. But if you're selling online courses, maybe you want to sell all these digital products. Of course, if you're selling digital product, maybe online course or a software, then go for what? Go for the squeeze page.
Squeeze page, yeah.
Yeah. Capture the email first, then begin to redirect them.
Yeah.
All together.
Yeah, we are.
All right. So let's check the next. Any question before I move further?
No, no question.
All right, so let's check the next item we have on the list. So we have a CTR, which has to do with click-through ratio. Now let's go to the whiteboard. So CTR, click-through ratio. Either ratio or rate, anyone is okay. That's what I mean by CTR. Now, we say that CTR is the percentage of people that clicked on an ad compared to the number of people that saw the ad. All right, that's what we mean by CTR. The percentage of people that clicked on an ad compared to the number of people that
saw the ad.
That saw the ad. So for instance, if 100 people saw an ad, but only 10 people clicked on it. Let me start another line here. And only 10 people clicked on it. That means the CTR is 10%. Out together. Now, just to be a little bit practical, let me show you my ad account so that you see what I'm trying to talk about. Let me show you my Google ad account. so that you can see what I'm trying to talk about. Let's go to, okay, let me just open ask.google. Okay, so get started. Add account. Okay, it's loading. Just to show you now, one thing you need to know about the CTR is a very important indicator. All right, if you're running an ad and you have low CTR, that means something is wrong somewhere. Now, what it means is that either you're targeting the wrong audience, or your advert is not actually, either you're targeting the wrong audience, or that your ad is not relevant to them or to the keyword. Now, let me show you the performance of my ad yesterday. Okay, as of yesterday, this was what transpired yesterday on my ad. See what I'm trying to see. This is let me show you this CTR. Okay, can you see this? These are the two campaigns I had yesterday. Can you see them?
Yeah.
I have two campaigns here that I ran yesterday. Now, this one had a what? A CTR of 98.86. No, sorry, 19.86%. What it simply means is that for every 100 people that visited the site, I had about, that saw the ad, I had about 20 clicks. Then this particular one was 14.05%. Now, what it simply means, for every 100 people that saw the ad, about 14 people clicked on it. All right. Now, there are a lot of things that can influence this. Number one thing that can influence this is the relevance of your ad to the audience.
Yeah.
Then secondly, your position in the ad, the position of your ad rather, because you're not the only advertiser. Since you're not the only advertiser, if you're number one, you will have more clicks and higher CTR. But if you are on a low, if you are down, then expect a poor CTR and lower clicks. Are you with me?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so for instance, now if you check this now, there are many advertisers here. This is a hepatitis B treatment. There are many advertisers, but this guy here now is first. So this guy is going to be having highest what? Click-through ratio, because it's number one here than other ones.
So how do you get to be number one? You have to pay for it.
Now, thank you. It's a good question. If you want to be number one, then you must make sure that number one, your budget, your daily budget is above this guy's budget. Then number two, your bid. What I mean by bid is that amount you're able to pay per click is also higher. Once these two things are higher than every other person's own, you will remain number one. So as it stands currently, this guy is paying Google the highest.
Yeah.
So that is why he's number one. If another person topples him, he will go down. So that is it. All together.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so let's go to the next. Let's see what we have next on the whiteboard. Okay, that is all about CTR. So let me check what we have next on the list. Then we have a cost per click. Cost per click. Right. So let me open the whiteboard. CPC, cost per click. Cost per click. That is CPC. Okay, when we talk about CPC, CPC is the amount advertising company charge per click. So that is the amount they charge per click, right? So if you check, let me go back to the ad and show you my average cost per click, how much I was paying per click, or how much I paid per click for yesterday. Now, this is it. Average CPC is what? 14 cents.
14.
Exactly. So that's what I paid, 14 cents. And the total cost was $22, $22.33. Then this is their,
For the day.
you said?
For the day.
Yeah, for the day. Though it was supposed to be more than this. I think on average, I spent about $30-something. But because I ran out of payments, so I'm supposed to pay today. After the trading, I will pay, and the ad will come up again. So that's why you see this notification. Your ads aren't running. Make a payment towards your overdue account balance. So once I make payments, it will be, it will start running again.
Yeah.
That is CPC. Now, there's something you need to know about CPC. All right. There's no fixed CPC. You see, it all depends on a lot of factors. Number one, which is most important, is the keyword you're targeting. I'm going to show you a practical example. And this is what I want to show you. I'm going to open this tool. I think I've opened this tool for you before, semrush.com. Now, I'm going to set it, I'm going to try to see if I can set it to US. You see, but let me say this first, while it is loading. You see, the CPC, that is, I mean, the cost per click, is determined by a lot of factors. Number one, it's determined by the target keyword or your target audience. Let me use the word target audience or your target keywords. Then number two, is also determined by the advertising platform you're running your ad.
Yeah.
Then number three is also, sorry, let me check this. Let me rephrase this. I think this call is good. Then number three is also determined by what? By the location of your target audience.
Okay.
These three factors determines your what? Your CPC.
Your CPC.
Exactly. And I will be giving you an example. You see, we can be targeting the same keyword and we can be on the same platform, Google, all right? And we are targeting the same keyword. But because I am targeting Nigeria, you are targeting US, our CPC is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
You're going to be having higher CPC than I.
Yeah.
Like somebody asked me why. One of my students asked me, but why? Do you have an answer for such person?
Yeah, because of location.
Yeah, because of location. So what was it? Why location? Why is location making the difference?
And when it comes to ad, I would say well, would I say like the use of internet?
Okay.
You have a lot of internet users, right?
Okay.
In America here, because it's something that you could do with a click of a finger. But in Nigeria, it's not like something that it's done by everybody, and it's expensive, I guess. So, you know.
Okay. Okay. That number one. But number two is that you guys are used to shopping online, right?
Oh yeah,
because it doesn't hard you to bring out your credit card and begin to enter your payment details, right?
Yeah, you're not even scared if it's gonna come or not. You don't need to know the site as long as the website is an American site. You're sure it's gonna come to you.
That is it.
When you put your card, you're very sure.
That is it.
Yeah.
But here, it's not. We are skeptical.
Yeah.
You understand? Hey, let me check it very well, you know. So even trusted brands to use your card and shop on, some people still don't do it.
Wow.
On trusted brands. So I think it will be, let's say the level of orientation also differs. All right. The level of orientation differs. And again, another factor is that, you know, you guys are, for you to click an advert over there, you're really interested. And you might end up buying if it's actually what you thought it was. Hey, here. People will say, let me see what they are saying. Let me see what they want to do again. So the point is that you can get 100 clicks in Nigeria without any single purchase. While over there, you can get 50 clicks. At least you get a purchase.
You get 40, at least you get 40 purchase. Exactly.
So, but here you can get 100 clicks, no single purchase. So that is the reason why the CPC here and there are very, very wide. So let me try to search for digital marketing course. Let me see what it's going to produce for us. All right, this is Nigeria. Okay, this is Nigeria. If you check the country here, you can see this is Nigeria. Can you see my cursor? All right, this is Nigeria. So about 1,900 people are searching for it on a monthly basis. But our major focus here is check the CPC, average CPC, estimated CPC. Is 1 point what?
17 cents.
17 cents, thank you. Now I'm going to change back the same keyword. I will only change the location to US. And you see the difference. You see the whole thing will be altered. But let me choose United States, okay?
Yeah.
You have about 4,000 plus, right? But please let me check out this CPC.
12.45 against 1.17.
Against 1.17. Just imagine the magnitude of the difference.
Yeah.
So that is it. The same keyword, but just because of different location. You see, so that's what I was trying to talk about. Then another one I told you is now we are in US now, but we can type different location. You can see this is US, all right? And this is the keyword, digital marketing course. Now I'm going to type a different keyword again, but the same location. And you're going to see the difference. Now let me type something like real estate. Can you see?
Yeah.
It has higher search volume of 550K. Now, but look at the CPC.
0.89 cents.
And it's the same America.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm trying to say by it all depends on keywords also. And you will agree with me that this same keyword, if I target this same keyword on Facebook, this same location, I'm not going to pay as high as this because Facebook is cheaper than Google. Then you might ask why, right? Do you know why?
Why Facebook is cheaper than Google?
Yes. Or why Google is more expensive than Facebook?
No.
Now, this is the reason. You see, when you come to Google, for you to search for a particular term, you're ready to buy. Or let me not use the word you're ready to buy. You've already crossed the awareness stage. You see, there's what we call buyer's journey, which we are going to discover soon in the course of our training. Where buyers are moving from ignorance stage to awareness, from awareness to consideration and research. From there, they move to decision, okay? Now, anybody coming to search for anything on Google has already crossed the awareness stage. It's already on the research stage. Such people are likely to convert more than somebody that just stumbled upon an ad on Facebook.
Okay.
The person was ignorant of the product, so just trying to move the person from ignorance to awareness. So, in a nutshell, Google has high rate of conversion than Facebook. So that is the reason for the difference. All right. So let's go to the next item on the list. Now we have a CPI, which is cost per impression. All right, let's go to the whiteboard, see what we can say about this. Cost per impression. CPI. You can either call it CPI or CPM.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still the same thing. CPI or CPM, it all means a cost per impression. Okay, so it is the amount advertisers charge
A view.
Exactly. Advertisers charge per view. All right. Now, per view is what I mean by view here is the number of people that see the ad. All right. Or the number of people the ad is shown to. Okay, that's what I mean by impression. The number of people that your ad was shown to. You know, your ad can be shown to somebody and the person didn't see it. Take notes. So there are two different things. So when we talk about impression, the number of people your ad, the number of times your ad was shown to what? To your targets. Whether they see it or not is none of the advertiser, none of the Google's or Facebook business. Now let me give you a practical example. Let me walk you down to Google now and show you something here. Right? This is let's take a look at this. Now we look at this fibroid treatment. Okay. Now these are the ads that was shown. You can see 1, 2, right?
Yeah.
1, 2. But the truth is that there are still some ads below. Can you see? But I might not have time to go through the ones below. In fact, the truth is that I might get converted after going through the first one. Might get convinced and buy it. So that is the end. Now, but these other ones were shown, but I didn't bother to scroll down. So it will be counted as impression, whether I saw it or not. But the fact that they display the ad, that's impression. So whether the person they showed it to see it or not is none of their business, right? Yes. So just to take you back to the ad, you can see this impression. Can you see impression here?
Yeah.
Impression is 890. So it was shown 890 times. right? So that is actually what we mean by impression. But now, what we are looking at, going back to the whiteboard, you discover that, let me go back to the whiteboard. Going back to the whiteboard, you discover that what we are actually talking about here is cost per impression. That is the amount they charge you per impression.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
this is how they calculate it. They can't be charging you for every single view. They do it on a basis of 1,000. Maybe for 1,000 view, you are charged a certain number of maybe $10, depending on the keyword and your target audience, the location of your target audience. So they can charge maybe $5 per 1,000 word view. But interestingly, Google is not a CPI network. All right. They don't charge you. They're not a CPI network. Okay. But at the same time, the CPI also influences the what? It influences the amount they charge you per click, the CPC. So in a nutshell, what we can say that most of these advertising companies like Facebook, Google, they combine both CPC and CPI. And this is how they do it. Now, they might not charge you. If they show your ad, let's say they show your ad 10 times, and out of the 10 times they show your ad, there is 3 that was click on it maybe 5 times. Definitely, your cost per click is going to be what? It's going to drop.
Yeah.
They can charge you maybe 10, let's say 10 cents for instance. But if they begin to show your ad, and they show your ad like 20, in fact, they've shown your ad 100 times, no click. Let's say they now show it the next time again, there's click. The cost per click they are going to charge you is going, you can see cost as high as 80 cents. You'll be wondering why. No, the CPI is what is happening. They've been showing your ad over and over. So, but they don't want to charge you. But since there's a click now, there's an opportunity for them to inflate the CPC and charge you for the number of times they've shown it. So that is one thing you should know about these advertising platforms, right?
Yeah.
So, any question?
No, so far no question.
Okay. Should we continue to the next 12 minutes?
If we can finish the next, what do we have next? What's the next?
Okay, the next we are supposed to have on the list should be conversion rates.
Okay, so we could just call it a day, and we start from conversion rates.
Okay, so when is our next class going to be?
On Sunday at 1 p.m.
All right.
That's good. That's good.
It's okay by me. It's okay by me.
Oh, okay.
It's okay by me.
1 p.m.
I pray the storm doesn't happen again.
No, oh yeah, the next thing we're gonna wait for hurricane. That's like December.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the north, so we get a lot of natural disasters. The earth comes in form of storms and hurricane. Okay. And in the winter, we get like bad snow, bad snow.
Wow,
it's nice. Yeah.
So I'll be expecting the remaining assignments.
Oh, yeah. I'll send it to you.
Yes.
I'll send it. It's just that somebody using my laptop upstairs.
All right.
But the one I did I do well?
Actually, I've not had time. I've been in the class with you, so I've not really have time to. I will go through it and then I will grade you on WhatsApp.
Okay, yes, no problem.
I'll send you a score on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So next class we're gonna use the same ID or no?
The same ID. The same. I just copied it.
You
said?
Oh, I didn't know.
I just copied it and sent to you.
Okay, I didn't know. Sorry.
Yes, it's the same, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.
And you too. Thank you as well.